Hey, what's going on, comic compadres, and welcome back to Hoodratville, where I'm Hoodrat, you a Hoodrat, and what we all Hoodrats trying to dig in them back bins, trying to find them gems, trying to find them good investments, and trying to find them books for our PC so we could pass it on to the next generation, our kids or whoever, so that in 2030, 2040, 2050, and beyond, we'll have happy comic book collectors and comics will still be alive. But yo, we're talking about Boba Fett today because you guys see that trailer? That trailer dropped and I got hyped. I got super hyped, man. And Boba Fett's my man, Django Fett, all the Mandalorians. But yo, man, I got my homie DieselDanComics. He's coming over to help me out. I'm gonna bring him in. What's up, bro? How you doing, man? Last second call. What's up, man? How we living today, bro? How we living out there in the hood, man? I remember you live in the hood and you were standing there watching all the hood drama. You living in Mos Eisley. You're living in Madripoor, bro, the hood of all hoods, man. So how you doing, bro? How you doing on YouTube and how you doing on Instagram, man?
Doing great, man. I took a little bit of time off from the whole Instagram and YouTube stuff, but you're bringing me back into it, and I'm feeling good about it. And I'm ready to talk about some Boba Fett stuff today.
Yo, man, let's get into it, bro. So tell people where they can find you, homie.
You can find me on Instagram at DieselDanComics, and if I really start getting back into YouTube again, it'll be at Dan Comics on YouTube.
Oh,
so
bro,
go follow, like, subscribe, hit the smash button, all that cool stuff.
Yeah, tap it lightly, tap it lightly. Wear protection and do it and tap it hard, But yo, bro, I'm gonna bring you back into YouTube hard and fast, bro. So get ready, man. So yo, man, let's talk about the trailer real quick, man, so we can get people up to speed, man. Man. I saw the trailer and bro, I was pretty impressed, man. So what I'm seeing here, man, do you see what I'm seeing, man? Absolutely. I'm not seeing Mos Eisley, bro. I'm seeing Mos Espa. Remember Mos Espa, man? Mos Espa in episode 1 where we had Anakin as a baby, that baby Anakin that we all hated. The little spoiled Anakin that couldn't act, man, trying to hit on like a 20-year-old and actually gets the girl, man. So we got this. So it's Mos Espa used to be the capital of Tatooine, man, the planet, right? But then it got old and all the commerce moved over to Mos Eisley, which became like this hood, right? Like where all these dirty scoundrels used to be.
Scum and the villainy.
The scum and the villainy, man. The most. I mean, if Obi-Wan's calling it scum and villainy, bro, it has to be bad, man. Because Obi-Wan's a good dude. He ain't trying to talk no shit, So we got Mos Espa, bro. But this is Mos Espa like after all of that. So maybe Mos Espa got like dope or what. But you could find the first appearance of Mos Espa in episode in the what is it called? Episode 1. Star Wars Episode 1. Is it called The Revenge of the Sith? Is it? I don't have no idea, bro.
Dude, I can't remember.
I can't remember, bro. All I know is like I hated that shit and now I like it. Like I'm like, like that's all I know. Is like I hated it then, but now I like it. So I don't know. Maybe it gets older with age. And then we got his crew right here. Check out the crew, man. We got Jabba's crew, and it's just kind of cool, man, because we got some Trandoshans. That's what Bosk was. So this is a Trandoshan right here. And then in another clip we have the Aqualeshes, man. And they are part of Jabba's crew. And we have Fennec Shan, right? Fennec Shan or Fennec Shan. Boba's ride or die. So what do you think about the trailer, bro?
I'm super hype about the trailer because this kind of a year ago, I hit you up on some spec a year ago once I saw at the end of Mandalorian when they said Book of Boba, or Boba is coming next, or next year Boba Fett, all that kind of stuff, right? I racked my brain because I'm like, I gotta jump on stuff quick, right, when it comes to this book game. So I'm like trying to rack my brain, like, all right, what's Boba gonna be doing in his show? Well, of course, he's going to be mingling with just the scum and villainy of the universe, right?
That's what he does.
He's going to be bumping arms, rubbing and fighting, shooting, capping, everyone's ass in the galaxy. So I'm glad to see that they have these just range of like possible bounty hunters and like holding court, with these possible villains that he can either be going to war with or side by side with, or whatever they could be doing. It looked like there was a little bit of slave things happening there. I forget the race or the species. I think they're like the Twi'leks.
Twi'lek, yeah, the one with the
yes.
things, right?
Yeah.
The big old, the dancers, the clubbers. They be clubbing all the time.
I'll come back around to them because I have a book that I have spec on where a main character in this story comes from the slave trade with Boba Fett and the Fetts, and she would hang out with them. She was a part of their group and stuff. So yeah, it's pretty cool to see all that stuff going down. I'm hype. I'm excited.
Yo, man, let's just talk about that book already, bro. Like, there we go. Episode 1 is where you're gonna find most Espa, man. There it is. Phantom Menace. There we go, bro. Phantom Menace. What did I say? Revenge of the Sith. That was like the last one, bro. Like, it's the Phantom Menace. You'll find the first appearance of most Espa, man. So, I mean, episode 1 is just you gotta have that book, man. I mean, how many first appearances are in that sucker, bro? But tell us about your book, bro. Tell us about that book.
Dude, okay. So, Star Wars Underworld. I don't know what I think. Oh my gosh, I forgot to check what year this actually dropped. It's a five issue series.
90s.
Yeah.
Early 2000s or something.
There was actually a Star Wars Underworld series that Lucas was going to direct and produce himself, and it all got squashed just because of one reason. I think Lucas said that Underworld, like the technology just wasn't there yet, and they said we're gonna sit on it, we're gonna wait until technology catches up. But essentially, this book was that show, or that show is this book.
So this had to be like early 90s for that to happen, right? Like yeah. So oh man, I think no, actually I think what I read, so CBR.com has an article on it, and it lays out all the things that happened, the top 10 reasons, or like 10 reasons why this show just didn't happen and work out, right? I think it was in the 2000s. I think it was early 2000 that this show was kind of scripted and everything, and this cover was kind of gonna be the show, and that's why there's been rumors for this Boba Fett series of Han Solo, Lando, and some of these kind of key characters coming and making an appearance in the show, because Underworld, the book, had all these characters. It basically followed Lando, Han, and Chewie on their just quest for what eventually is the subtitle for Star Wars Underworld, the Yavin Basilica. There you go. Basilica is like it's a magical kind of gem in a way, essentially, without they say so.
Too deep
this is how they describe it. It's a priceless gem-like statue carved from a single Coruscant gem, hardest substance in the galaxy. So it's this. It's kind of like this, like floating kind of like gem inside of it that's encased in something, But it's a myth. It's a myth.
Yeah. So I unfortunately don't have this cover, which I think is totally badass, just because it has Han, Lando, and Boba on it. I do have the photo variant to this. So
let me see,
this
bro.
series,
Let's put you on. Let's put you on blast. Go ahead.
There you go.
Oh, that's probably harder to get than the first. I never seen that cover, bro.
Yeah, they did a variant for each issue. So there's the A cover and B cover. All of the B covers are photo covers. There's a few of those that are pretty hard to get and everything, but I enjoy this cover a lot more. And I love
this cover, bro.
Yeah, I enjoy this way more.
All my favorite people on here, bro. You got Lando, Han, and Boba, bro, like all in one.
So I have my notes written down here, right? My spec on this book for the Star Wars Underworld #1. This is my spec just because it has all of these characters introduced. I cannot find this on Key Collector. I didn't find this on mycomicshop.com. I had to find this somewhere else that has a list of all the characters. Instead of me just reading through and like writing them all down, I wanted to make for sure, like, okay, these are definitely some characters, and I am going to butcher these names. Let me take a drink of water.
But what the thing about it
real
is like the thing about it is like any first number one for Star Wars or any like every third book has like first appearances. So how are you supposed to keep up, man? You know, how are you supposed to keep
I
up?
know for sure one of the characters that I was kind of betting on a year ago for her to be a big part of this show, possibly.
You mean this girl?
Yes. So Giselle Moffat, totally a badass in this book. She starts as a slave with the Hutts, and then breaks loose and becomes part of the band of Han Solo, Chewie, and Lando. So she's
looking for that Yavin Basilica. Yep.
Yeah. So so a big reason why I chose this book and was like, yo, I want to talk about this book is just all these characters.
But let's talk.
If you want me to name them off, I will.
No, but hold on. So this is what came up on the trailer, and you can see that they were handmaids before. They were entertainers. And this is the one you're thinking. This is Jessica Biel from Flashdance, bro. She's still hot. Yeah, Jessica Biel still got it, bro. Look at her. This is what
is it?
Oh no, Jennifer Biel. Why say Jessica? Jennifer Biel. Dude, how many? Bro, Jennifer Biel.
Oh my, that's a main character. It's Jessica Biel.
Jennifer Biel from Flashdance, man. And
okay.
What kind of thing? I mean, are we thinking this might be Giselle? Might be, a form of her or her? I mean, they can do whatever they want, bro.
If they don't feel like going with Giselle, then they can go with an alternative, just a completely new character. Write in a new character or something like that. And yeah, very possibly it could end up being this character here that they go with instead of Giselle. I mean, everyone kind of already is recognized that species, the Twi'leks or Twi'leks. They kind of already recognize that species, and I think maybe Giselle would be a unrecognizable character. Like, who's this? Why are you making her such a big deal? Where does she come from? Where's the whole origin story? So yeah, they could they're like, we're not gonna go with that route. Maybe we'll go to something a little bit more recognizable. So that's very possible.
But disclaimer, I'm gonna be a spoiler. Giselle dies at the end of the series. On what was it? Not on Yavin, right? She dies on Yavin in the jungle or something like that. But we don't. I mean, these side characters, but like, who knows, man? Right? Like, name off some of these characters that you got written down, bro. Let's go.
Everyone thought Bubba was dead, but
I know, right?
So I kind of meant for this series, and I picked this book particularly because of the amount of characters that are listed in this book as like appearances, and I can't find their first appearances really anywhere else. So let's go. You got Han, Chewie, Lando, easy, right? Greedo, Dengar, Boba, of course, Bosk. So those are already bigger names, that have much bigger keys that you can go after, or if you're going to spend that much. But this is a smaller key, and it kind of fits in this world that we're already working with. So Bosk, IG-88, Zuckuss, Forlom, Zuckuss, Forlom, Sardu, Salau.
I don't know that one.
Yeah, there's so many here. Then we got Jabba, and then Malta the Hutt, Imbra the Hutt. Those guys show Imbra the Hutt show up in this book, and they're like just kind of sitting around just talking shit in the beginning of the first issue. It's pretty cool, and Bo was there. Yeah, it's pretty wild.
The art's pretty good in this book too. I like it. It's kind of like it's kind of like street, like graffiti-ish. I like it, man.
You know what it reminds me a little bit of is the Jackie Chan cartoon.
Yep.
If anyone's ever seen the Jackie Chan cartoon, that's kind of what it reminds me a little bit. So, dude, there's like I don't know, like 5-6 more characters that I can't really pronounce their names. I'm horrible at pronouncing Star Wars names. I'm always bad at saying them. But then lastly would be Giselle, and that was like my big bet going into this, because I'm like, oh man, that would be a great female character to introduce.
Because who knows, man? Who knows? Jennifer Biel could have been a handmaiden or a dancer that just moved her way up, just like Giselle did. Just straight hustle. Hustling and taking advantage of opportunities. Because she looks like she doesn't look like a slave. She looks like somebody that's of higher class. So
right. Yeah, and then we have her, and then we also have Ming Wen, I think it is.
Yeah,
character
yep.
that plays along with Boba
Yeah.
Fett. So
Fennec
you already have a
Shan,
strong,
yeah.
You already have a strong female lead there, and so man, I was really betting on Giselle though. Like, she's a badass character. She's pretty cool. It would be cool to see her like on screen or something like that.
But let's check the prices, man. What's going on? How much this book is going for? So y'all can know if you want to buy it. Fair price to buy it. So these are going for about $10, $4 shipping. Not bad, man. Still a $10 book. It's a number one. It's a dope. I mean, this is one of my favorite Boba Fett covers because it has all three of my favorite characters in Star Wars.
Yeah, they're just chilling on the cover, looking like they're actually just buddies and stuff,
No, but they're on a race, and it's a savage race to find, what is it called? The Yavin Basilica,
Basilica.
So yeah, it's a savage. But my next book is this book, man. This Boba Fett and a half. It's a wizard and a half, and I would tell you more about it, but I don't have it. That's why it's called a FOMO show. This is called a FOMO show because I don't have these books. And I just like this, man. It looks like he's in the lineup, and they're trying to pick out who's who. Boba's there with, like, look at this dude. I have no idea what this dude's wearing, man. It's just like a bad mashup costume.
Yeah, he killed a stormtrooper, took his helmet, and said, "I'm just gonna rock this."
I know, right? And this is there is a virgin for this book, so you can actually get a virgin cover without the the Boba Fett. But this is like Boba Fett and a half. There's actually I think a Boba Fett 1. But this is I've never seen this book in a while. I've never seen it. Have you, man?
No, I've never seen that. I usually miss out on a lot of the Wizard 1.5s, but I always love when I find those. So that's a pretty cool one. I've never seen it before.
Yeah, man, I've been searching for this book for a long, long time, and I haven't found it. But let's check the price on this, man. It's another great Boba Fett cover that's kind of a ghost, man. So let's see how much this book is going for, and this book is going for $50, man.
Oh,
$50. Someone got it for one, just bought it on one bid. Another person got it for $36 with $6 shipping, and then we got $11 with $6.25 shipping, man. So someone got lucky, bro. On October 17th, they got straight lucky, bro. I don't know what happened there. There's actually 8 bids, so he was actually bidding on a bidding war for a little bit, a mini bidding war, and he won it, man. But dope cover. Hard to find. That's what the kids are calling HTF nowadays. Hard to find. This is a real hard to find book to because I'm a Star Wars cat. I'm a Boba cat, and I'm always looking in the S sections. I'm always looking through collections, and I still haven't found it. So if you got it, man, good on you. You're giving the Hoodrat FOMO. But what you got next, Dan?
All right, so equally what you just said about that last cover, there's not much spec on the interior of what's going on in the story with this. I just think it's a badass cover. I think it's a dope cover. That just that blue and everything that's in there. And I've seen a few of these go for a little bit of money, especially Slab. And I think it's just because it's a dope Boba cover. Simple as that. It's dope. It's just part of the whole underworld Star Wars thing that I'm going with right now.
And it's the 5 of 5, so it's the last issue. Usually last issues are underprinted.
Lower print,
lower print. And this is is this a cover B? There has to be a cover A, right? Because this is a movie. This is a movie, kind of a movie poster type cover, right?
Yeah. So I think this the B cover. I'm pretty sure this was.
It has to be a B cover.
Pretty sure this was a B cover. I forgot to check on that, but. Yeah, so this was the last one though that didn't really fall into the same kind of look as the rest of the photo covers. This one has a little bit of editing done to it, I feel like. But it just makes it a little bit more artistic, and just the blue and everything pops on it. So yeah, I think, but this one does look a lot different than the rest of the photo covers.
If you're thinking Joselle's going to be part of this underworld, and they actually said underworld, right? In the trailer, it said underworld.
Yeah,
so
that part too.
That's why I'm thinking underworld all kind of makes sense, and if you're specking on her, this is actually the death of Joselle right here, number 5.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you have the Joselle first appearance and the death of Joselle right here in number 5. But let's see what the prices are going for these, man. Not bad, man. This is the last one that sold. and it went for about what $32, $32, maybe $33 from the United Kingdom. So you're looking about $30 for this book. You know, Dark Horse, being it that it's a Dark Horse, being it's a B cover, being that's a Boba man. Even when Star Wars books weren't popular, these Dark Horse books before COVID, Boba Fett covers always went because you know I was looking for them and buying them all. So and I don't have I don't have this one. So.
Even some of those shops that were open during COVID, I know there was I know people were in shops and places looking for Dark Horse Star Wars stuff.
I know. I was one of them, bro. I was one of them.
I was around hearing people, hey, you got Dark Horse Star Wars books? Like, no, sorry, someone came in and bought them all already.
That would be me. Not playing. If you're in San Diego, that would have been me. But let's check out what the next book is. And so this is my pick right here. So this right here is it's actually a key. It's actually a key. This is the first. This is Star Wars Tale. I think Star Wars Tale number 7. I can't really read it. I'm sorry. It's a Star Wars Tale. It's a Boba Fett book. It's the first cameo of Boba's daughter, Eileen Vell, and she's actually just a hologram. You know, she's actually just a hologram in here. Who knows? You know, if he has a daughter with Fennec Shan, who knows, man? They look like they ride or die. You know what I'm saying? So if that was ever to happen, who knows? Maybe they're gonna pull from the comics, and it might be Eileen Vell. You know, but you know, like I said, I don't have this cover. If I did, I would have read it and let you guys know. But that's why it's called a FOMO show. And I think, I mean, I may be wrong. Okay, the cover is by Francisco Velasco, and the writers are Bayou Smith. But it looks like a Mike Deodato cover at the same time. So I was like, kind of like, is that a Deodato cover, or is that like, you know, this Francisco Ruiz Velasco? It's also the first appearance of Cintas Vell, the mother of Eileen. So that's not Fennec, you know. So, but you know, like they could do whatever they want, and they have been doing whatever they want in the Star Wars universe on Disney Plus. And the thing about this is a pretty low print count. There's only 23,434 copies of this made. That's less than an NFT on Vivi. So you know, like that's a pretty low count. I know I've been trying to holler at a couple of my friends on Instagram when they show up, man. Like, is that for sale? You know, especially my boy Mike, man, over there in Florida. I was like, yo, when are we gonna trade for this, bro? I keep bugging him. When are we gonna trade? You know, I got books. But yeah, this is a dope cover, man. And it actually, there's actually some decent stuff in there that you guys should look out for and maybe get it now if you can. What do you think? What do you think about this book, Dan?
No, that's dope. I wasn't even aware that Boba had a daughter, to be honest.
Yep. It's a cameo though. She's like in a hologram. All of these Star Wars tales is even like, there's like it's hologram or flashbacks, man, going on,
That's pretty crazy. Yeah, I don't know if he would have that love interest or anything like that in the show that would happen.
Hey, man.
Doesn't she end up being like kind of like a robot in a way too?
I don't know. No, I mean like a clone.
No. What's her name? Is you said Finnegan? Finnick. Yeah. Isn't she kind of like cyborg now? Like cyborg or something like that now?
Bro,
you can't bear a child.
Bro, wait, what are you saying, bro? Luke was a cyborg, bro. He had a cyborg hand too, And then you got Darth Maul, who's he's a cyborg. He's cyborg under the waist, too, right? Like I mean, they could do whatever they want in Star Wars, man. But
that's true.
let's check the prices on these, man. So not bad still, man. These are going for about $50. I mean, this guy on October 8th, bro, he got a deal. Look at that. $12. $22, bro. $22 ship. I knew I should, I had these on save, man, and sometimes people get to them a lot faster than me, but there's only 2 bids on this, man. So you see it right here, Eileen Vell, Boba Fett's daughter. it's remember, it's just her cameo. It's just her cameo. We'll talk about where her first full appearance is.
Okay, cool. So Star Wars Bounty Hunters #1. I picked this book. It was a somewhat of a newer book, right? But I picked this because this photo cover is actually the same photo cover to, I believe, issue #2 of Underworld. So they use the same covers here. But I picked Star Wars Bounty Hunters #1 because it also has some first appearances in there. It has a good amount of first appearances. The story was pretty good from what I've heard. I didn't get into that story, unfortunately. But yeah, I definitely picked this cover because of what's his name, IG-88. So yeah. IG-88 on the cover, along with Boba. It's a cover that's been used before, and I believe this is a 1 in 10.
Really?
So
yeah.
So still fairly like on the reasonable side of being priced out. If you want to go and chase that, go and get that one. I think all the Star Wars Bounty Hunters #1s. I mean, well, damn, a lot of books in that series actually. With like I think 50s or things like that. Those are going to be some pretty key books here.
I think that series is pretty underrated, man. I think people should be if they really want to invest in some books. We're talking about a bounty hunter taking over the throne of Jabba the Hutt, and what does Jabba the Hutt surround himself with? Bounty hunters, you know.
Yeah, so a lot of these bounty hunters show up in this series as well as the Underworld series, and that was kind of my link between the Underworld series and this series, as well as this being the photo cover for issue 2 of Underworld. It's the 1 in 10 cover for this bounty hunters book. So yeah, with everything that's going on with the trailer, and you're seeing all these villains and scum, and bounty hunters. Like, yeah, man, these are kind of some good books in my opinion to spec on and maybe jump on.
Yeah, man, I've already been on this train, man, with the bounty hunters. I think it's a really good series to read, man, and there's a lot of first appearances going on in here, man. But let's check the prices on this one, man. So go there, look at that, bro. Like it's going up for about $15, man. 15 to $10 to $15. And what is that?
Was that a 9.8 or was that a 9.6 there that sold?
I'd say 8.0, man. The guy got an 8.0 for about like $30 with $15.
Damn, that's a good $30 9.8 or something.
Hey, man, I mean, I would buy this just to put it on the wall because it's a pretty dope. I mean, this cover was taken from the Empire Strikes Back, man. You know, like that's one of the minutes where Boba was actually in the scene, because Boba wasn't really ever in any of the scenes, man. I think in the first episode, I mean not the first episode, but the episode he actually shows up in Mandalorian. In that series, he was actually more than he ever was in Star Wars. So.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man, but dope pick, man. That's a book to look out for, guys. And the next book that I picked, man, is this Star Wars Tales, man. This Star Wars Tales 18, man. It's just a bunch of various artists, man, and it's a cover by Cam Kennedy. And I've been collecting these Star Wars Tales, and I'm telling you, man, the hardest ones to find are the Boba Fett ones, including like the kind of movie covers, And this one, I mean, this whole book, this Star Wars Tales 18, it's all about like just Boba, man. It's just all about random stories about Boba Fett and like some of the adventures he's been in and some of his life. And I would tell you more, like I said, but I'm FOMO'd on this because I don't have it because it's a very hard book to find and it's pretty expensive. But it's a dope cover, man. So for me, I mean, it's story driven for me, but what's really gotten me to this, man, is this cover. You just see Boba sitting. I don't know, man. I think he looks like Tatooine, man. And you got a moon behind him, and he's just he's sitting there and he's scoping and he's about to get his bounty, man. And I love the art by Cam Kennedy. And what you think, bro?
A little ominous, like you said, like he's just waiting for the kill. That's really what it looks like.
He's waiting for the kill, man, like Boba does, bro, man. Super patient, super cunning, and ready to get his bounty on and get that coin. But let's check what the prices are going on in Star Wars Tales 18. And it's not bad. It's going for about $32. Somebody got it for a best offer, probably around $15, I would say, man. So we're saying, let's just say like it's a $20 book. It's a $20 book.
Sure.
And you know, all the descriptions, you know, I mean, Django, Han Solo, Mandalorian. No, it's just various stories about Boba Fett, and it would be a really good book to read if I can ever find it for a decent price, you know. So, what you got next, bro?
All right, so this cover, another Underworld cover, but this is kind of one of my favorite photo covers that they've used. I want to say that's Bosk.
Yes, Bosk. Yep.
So I want to absolutely say that. Yeah, for sure, that's him, right?
The Trandoshan. Yep.
Yeah, and I heard, I'm not sure if this is like true, but he might be the antagonist. The antagonist, right? He might be the antagonist for the
Bosk hates Boba Fett for some reason, man. They always get into a squash, dude. You know, so
yeah. So that's why I picked this cover. Now, plus it goes along with the Underworld stuff, and all these different characters. But yeah, if he ends up being this antagonist, and you know, this just makes for a great cover to have. Then.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty.
Is that?
I mean, who knows, man? Like we talked about before, the name is Underworld, so of course we're gonna get a lot of bounty hunters in there, and I'm looking forward to maybe getting. I mean, we already have an IG-88. That wasn't really IG-88, but that was just in the Mandalorian. That's just the model. But who knows, man? We may get Zuckuss. We may get we may get Bosk. Maybe we might even get some Cad Bane, bro. So get at Darth. That Darth Maul number 3 might be a good pickup for you guys to get. First appearance of Cad Bane. But of course, man, this is. I mean, when you see the prices, man, this book is hard to find, man, and people want it.
Yeah, so a lot of these books, I mean, a lot of the Underworld books, all the photo credits actually, it doesn't really give the photo cover like artist. So yeah,
it's just a photo. It's a photo.
Yeah,
from
it's
the
just
movies,
a photo. They do credit Andrew Robinson as doing all the covers for the A covers, and then sometimes he gets the credit for doing these covers as well. I don't know if it was just because of the edit or the coloring or something that happened there.
Oh, bro, I could do this, bro. I could just
right?
Photoshop it out,
Yeah.
and then I'll just say tie-dye yellow, and then put the as the background.
Right?
Then I made me the Star Wars Underworld cover B. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I'm not sure what's like who's the artist on these or anything like that. It just says photo cover, really. But particularly, I think this one was a bit harder to find than the others, and this was issue 4. So it was near the end, probably lower print run, something like that. Maybe that's why it's a little bit harder to find, because it is also the B cover. So I'm not sure there.
Man, I mean, I remember pre-COVID, man, I was going through, a Star Wars box of Dark Horses, and these were there, and I just grabbed the number 1. I should have just bought the whole damn box, dude. Like, I'm just.
All right, so here's the price of this book. We got a $10 book here. It might be found maybe for $8, $15. It feels like the prices are fluctuating a little bit on this book. It just depends on when you're grabbing it. And how many are available on eBay or whatever shop you might find it at. Hopefully you can find it in a dollar bin. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. Or you can find it at a flea market or something, man. Like,
heck yeah, flea market.
It's a great book to have, man. So the next book I picked is a Star Wars Empire, man, and this is the writer on this is the artist is Tommy Lee Edwards, and the writer is the great Ron Martz, man. Great Ron Martz. He wrote a bunch of Star Wars books. He also wrote Silver Surfer, Thor, Green Lantern. He also wrote Darth Maul, Dark Horse series, and the Jango Fett series. But for me, man, it's the cover. Look at that cover. The purple.
Cover. Yeah.
The purple velvet going on. Where is he hanging out? Is he in a spaceship, or is he like, I can't even tell, dude. Like, but it's a dope cover, and I'm trying to complete my Empire series, and I can't find number 28, man. So this is a straight FOMO book for me, man. What do you think about the cover, bro? Like, this is a total cover grab.
Man, it's so dope. It looks like that, just everything sci-fi cover that you want on a cover. It's pretty dope, man.
I'm a sucker for purple and velvet, and
Yeah.
and I'm a sucker for purple, man. If there's a purple cover, man, like I gotta have it, man. So send all your purple books to me, AOKs,
All the pretty purple covers.
all the pretty purple stuff, man. Let's check out the prices going on. These $10, man. I'll run $17. So I should just go buy this on eBay, man. $17. And I had
Nah, you want to find it in a bin somewhere.
I know.
Like, it's finally got it.
I know. It's just not fun getting it on eBay, man. It's not fun getting on eBay. It's funner to get on Instagram from a friend or find it in the bin, and that's what I do, man. So hopefully I can find this cover, man. Great cover, Tommy Lee Edwards. You done a bomb cover for Boba Fett. But you had told me to check this one out. Go ahead, bro. I have never heard. I haven't heard about this one. Go ahead.
So the Scum and Villainy this is more like a handbook in a way, right? So this is not a comic book, but this is a book that I found just when I was like trying to research for the side characters. There's just different characters that aren't super keys. I was trying to look up names and just what would someone be wanting to see in a series or a show or something like that, and maybe it's just a side character that can become a main character. And that's where I ended up. Like I went from searching for comics, found this book, was going just down the list of all the names, and literally was just searching each one of those names. So this book right here is like a profile book. It's like almost like a be on the lookout for, like a bolo for
a bolo.
Yeah, almost like a bolo, that for like whatever space cop there might be that is looking out for these bounty hunters or these just criminals of the universe. And I just thought it was a cool book, maybe to go, if someone wanted to go pick it up. Not a comic book, but just a cool Star Wars book to have.
Yeah.
It
looks like it's pretty recent too. It looks recent, right? It's a pretty recent book. Yeah.
I haven't gotten a chance to get my hands on one or really view it online or anything like that. But I want to say it's, a profile book. So I'm thinking maybe it's got their picture there, and then it gives a rundown of like all their crimes or what they're been accused of, or, cool things like that. And just thought it was interesting. And it's kind of what led like this book with just reading all the appearances in it. And then translating that into comic books. So this was kind of my link to that. So I think maybe if this could be one of those true firsts, for some of these characters, would be something like this. I think it would just be a cool collectible for any Star Wars fan, any Star Wars fan of like bounty hunters and just criminals and villains.
any fan of Scum and Villainy. There you go, man.
Any Scum and Villainy.
I think we're all fans of Scum and Villainy, man. And I think you probably get this probably like Barnes and Nobles or something too, right? And Amazon,
absolutely, something like that.
Yeah, don't go, don't overdo it. Don't go, like you can get this one. You can get this one on Amazon Prime, and it'll arrive at your house in like 2 days. So let's check what the prices on these. So it's not bad, man. $30, $20, $16. Not a bad price for a book of case files on the galaxy's most notorious, man. Yeah. Thanks for bringing this up, man. I didn't even know this was there. I think I'll probably pick one up tomorrow, man, just to read, man.
Absolutely.
But my next book is so this is a trade paperback, man. This was for. So this is Shadows of the Empire, right? Shadows.
Yeah. Okay.
Remember, I mean, all of us played the video game, right? Most of us read Shadows of the Empire. This was when Darth wanted Luke alive. Zizer's right over here, man. He wanted him dead, and Luke and his gang wanted to save Han from my man Boba. So this is in between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, because Han was in the carbonite chamber, man, and Boba was trying to get him over to Jabba the Hutt to get his prize. Kind of like what's going on in the Bounty Hunter Wars, or is it a Bounty Hunters War or Bounty Hunter? Yeah, Bounty Hunter Wars. When Boba's adventure on getting him back. But a lot of us have this whole series as a comic book, man. But the trade paperback is dope. Look at that, man. The trade paperback, man, on this one that cover is so sick, man. The cover artist was I think it's Christopher Modler, and the writer was John Wagner of the whole series. So really dope cover, man. And a real nostalgic series for a lot of us Star Wars nerds. Like back in back in 97 or so. 97 is kind of when was that? No, that was before episode 1, right? What was it? Yeah, it was before episode 1.
Yeah, that was before episode 1.
Yeah, it was before episode 1 happened around 99, 2000, I think. So a lot of us, man, who were Star Wars geeks, man, and we're trying to grasp at anything in the universe to fulfill our Star Wars needs, and listening to what was going to happen, like with Underworld from George Lucas and getting blue balled on it, we were just scratching for anything. Not, young people don't understand, man. Like all we had were our books and these Dark Horse comics, man. Like that was about it, man. We were,
man. Now people can just make, like, there's so many artists out there that'll make, or whether it's live production or animation, and they just throw it up on YouTube now.
Yeah, and just Star Wars
people
stuff, and
just have fun with it,
just real Star Wars content on screen or on the big screen or small screen. We always had it in the books and comics, man. That's all we had. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And this one's a very hard one to find. I've been I'm letting y'all know, and I'm probably not gonna find it now, so because you guys can go looking for it. But this one's a ghost, man. Like I look on eBay, and whenever it comes up on eBay, I miss it, man. And you want to see when it came up on eBay last, and I missed it, bro? Check this out. There you go, man. August 19th was the last one. You can go look on eBay. You ain't gonna find this one, man. And this one there was only one bid, bro. I was like, what was I doing? And I looked this up. I was like, I could have had it for like $50, which isn't a bad price, because like this is probably like a $29.99 book, and you only get it for $20 more. It's from 97, so it's like almost a 20-year-old, trade paperback.
I love the cover too, because it looks very much like a poster. That can absolutely be a poster for something. It also gives me a little bit of some Wild Wild West vibes, like an old cowboy movie in a way.
Yep, and that's
got some cowboy hats on them.
And that's what Star Wars is all about, man. It's just a space western, man. Like when they got back to the roots of it, when Filoni did Mandalorian, he got like really back to the roots of what Star Wars really is, and it's just like a spaghetti western that's set in space, dude. Like especially in when the Mandalorian went over to that town to go and found town on Tatooine, and they had to fight the big ass worm, whatever that big ass.
Who's the character that he ran into? I don't know. I don't remember the name of the character, but the actor was Timothy Olyphant. I believe.
Timothy Olyphant, bro.
Olyphant, yeah. He was a total badass in that movie. I mean, in that show, man.
He was like he's the most stylish, like cowboy, space western cowboy ever, bro.
Absolutely.
Like it looked like he was just walking down the runway every time. I was like, look at this dude, but he was cool. I liked him, and he'll probably be back, man. He'll probably be back. I mean,
that was
I don't
a rumor
see him.
too. There was not a rumor, but really spec as well that I overheard. That he might come back for this series. There's a lot of talk of, are we going to see Mandalorian? Are we going to see Han, Chewie? Are we going to see some of the returning characters? Bill Burr's character. We're going to see him come back. I feel like we're going to see some of those characters come back, but I don't know. I think Han and Chewie are the big ones.
Well, they are alive. They're still alive, man. They're still alive in this one. At least Han is too. But yeah, man. What can I say about this, man? If you ever see it out there, and in the comic community, call your homie Hood up, so you can pick it up for me, and I'll pay you. But whatever.
Sure.
But we saw the price on this, man. It's about a $50 book, man. It's hard to find.
I might be going hunting this Saturday. We'll see.
And I go to old bookstores and I look for this, and I can't find it, man. Usually you can find these trade paperbacks in old bookstores, but this was a hard one to find, bro. It's a very hard one to find, man. But what else you got? What else you got going on, man? Before I go in and show you guys, some keys, like real keys you guys want to be looking at for Boba Fett. Like, what you got going on in your channel, bro? Before we go into split and full screen, man.
Man, so just over on my Instagram page, which you got up right here, I just trying to have fun, more lately. I've been holding back a little bit on making a lot of content. So I'm gonna slowly get back into that of like posting all the time and being more involved with everybody. But I still make some content occasionally, just trying to be silly and goofy and interact with people. And I feel like that's the biggest thing that I want out of this community, is just the interaction. I mean, I met Ian, I met the Hoodrat himself that way, just being like, hey, what's up, and talking regularly. So that's kind of what brings me joy, and sharing books and talking about books. So yeah, that's what's going on my Instagram, and that's what I try to achieve too with YouTube. But I got to get back into YouTube again. I got to start making those videos again. So if I get some encouragement, maybe that'll help me get back into it. Hey
man, it's all about having fun, man. And if you ain't having fun, then why the hell we even doing it, bro? Because ain't no one getting rich out here in the comic YouTube land. You know what I'm saying? But I want to show you guys. I want to show you guys some books to keep an eye out, man. It's probably books that you guys usually but for people that don't have these books, these are books to look out for. So you got the first appearance of Boba Fett here. It's the Star Wars 42. It's a good one to look out for. I mean, it's the best one to look out for. You look out for it in any grade you can, because once the show starts up in in New Year's, these books are going to be skyrocketing. So nice little newsstand right there. Another book to look out for is this one. This is Boba Fett's second appearance. It's also the first appearance of Lando. So another great book with a double whammy, man. Lando and Boba Fett in this one, man. This is Star Wars 43, man, on Bespin. And then you got this one, man. And this one right here is actually not like Boba Fett. This guy is actually Fen Shisa, so it just kind of looks like it. I think I don't even know if is he. I'll be honest, I haven't read this one, but I think he is not even. I think he's he's a Mandalorian too, but it's not Boba Fett, but it's a dope Mandalorian cover.
Still a dope cover.
Still a dope cover nonetheless. That yellow with this Fen Shisa, and you see this right here, you already know it's not Boba Fett. That red on the shoulder pad, and then you got this one where he comes out of the Sarlacc pit. So this book is a really good spec, because they may show a backstory of Boba Fett and how he actually survived the Sarlacc pit. Actually him coming out and him getting picked up by the little dudes. What's the little dude's name again, man? I'm having the Ewoks, not the Ewoks.
Not the Ewoks.
No, not the Ewoks, but the someone in YouTube land's gonna know, right? But he got picked up by these little dudes right here, and then he got fixed up, and let's see. I want to see. What I want to see is what happened to him, man. Like how come he didn't leave with his armor? Because we saw a lot of scars on him and everything, and it's kind of fixed up now. And then remember we were talking about his daughter, right? And his daughter's name is Eileen Vell, and this is actually her first full appearance right here. And this is in Blood Ties, Boba Fett is Dead, #2. So if that daughter thing ever comes up, who knows what Boba was doing, right? Like when he didn't, in between, whenever he got the Sarlacc pit. And when he met up with Mando, man, maybe he needed some loving, man. Maybe he had to pay for the loving and had some kid. I don't know,
We're just slanging it across the galaxy.
They were saying, but there you go, man. That's her first full appearance. The other one is actually, her cameo in that Star Wars tale. But there's her first appearance. And then I got some fun ones for you guys. This one's I like this one. This one is a HTF, like you young people like to say. It's a second print of the Boba Fett Age of Rebellion. Real nice cover there of Boba Fett on, a mechanical horse, man, or whatever, like one of something mechanical, whatever they want to call it out in like Tatooine. And then you got this awesome Alex Ross cover right here, man, of Boba Fett with this Darth Vader book, Darth Vader #1. It is a Alex Ross exclusive, but this is a dope one, man. Like there's another good one to get if you are a big Boba Fett fan. And then I got this from my buddy Aaron over at Now or Never Comics here in San Diego. He had put these in the back. He put these in the new bins, and I saw this, and I actually had to buy it, man. And this is Star Wars Early Adventures. It's a classic. And this one is a HTF, man. #HTF. This ones are hard to find. This is one of my favorite Boba Fett covers that I have in my collection, as you can see. And good luck on finding this one, man. You know, like you can find it on eBay, but if you want to put in the work, man, and have some fun, go look in the back bins, go look in the garage sales, go to those flea markets, and go wherever you need to go to get your comics. But there's some of the books I have. The books I presented, I don't have. So good luck finding them and and sniping me on eBay. I'll appreciate it. Just leave it. Just when you snipe me, man, just send me a DM and say, "Yo, was that you that I snipe, Hood?" Right? But I want to thank Dan, man, for coming on, and I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you being my friend. I appreciate
you too, sir. I appreciate you so much too.
Man, you've been one of my homies since the beginning, man. When I first started my Instagram, man, we always used to crack me up, and we ended up being good friends. I ended up buying like a lot of books from you too on Instagram. Remember?
Yeah.
Bought them early ASMs for you, man. I bet you missed them now, huh?
Oh, man, absolutely.
Yeah, man. They were great.
I missed a lot of the books I ended up getting rid of. I'm like, oh man, shouldn't have done that. Oh well.
Nah, man, you gave me great deals, but hey, man, but most of all, man, I think I value our friendship, and I'm full of gratitude that you're here with me today, man. On short notice. I was like, yo, you want to do this Boba Fett show, bro? You're like, oh, let's go, man.
Let's do it.
You know. But before we go, man, do you have any last words for Hoodratville?
Don't go taking all of our Star Wars books that we just shared with you guys. I'm looking for those books still as well.
I know,
man.
No,
but seriously, yeah, people get out there, go find these books. Hopefully you guys find them. If you do find them, share them. Tag me, tag Ian. Let us know. Hey, I found this book, or you bought it off of eBay or something. Let me know for sure. I would love to share the excitement. And in return, you guys have us, tell us, hey, yeah, cool, that was a good book. I like it. I enjoy it. That's about it.
And I love y'all tagging me, man. So I'm always gonna check out your books and say you follow with the Hood, man. But other than that, man, I appreciate y'all watching, and I hope you enjoyed the show. But remember, I'm Hoodrat, you're Hoodrat, and what? We all Hoodrats, right? We all Hoodrats. Deuces.
Let's go.